All right, alto saxophoners, let's take a look at this song for friends. The notes, pretty simple. Yeah, they're pretty simple for everybody. The tough part is getting it to sound good. And that's going to be especially hard for you guys because I expect a lot out of my alto saxophones. We don't have any French horn players, any horn players in our band, and you parallel the horn part. You're the reed section of the horns. So, and often saxophones in jazz and in concert band really are called horns sometimes. So that's what I'm going to expect. I'm going to expect a really good sound from you. You know, music is not all about just harder notes, harder rhythms. It's also about making it sound pretty. All right, so this piece, focus on good tone. Give me the best tone you can. But it does lay pretty straightforward. I'll remind you, look at your key signature. F naturals up until 2/4-25. Whoever we decide is going to play second alto is going to have an F sharp there and then an F natural, back to F natural. And then at 33, it does turn into an F sharp. So in the first half of the song, all your Fs are played F natural. And the second half of the song, F sharp, middle finger. Okay, so let's get going. I'd like to play together. Let's start at the beginning. Please forgive my sound. I'm stuck with a 2.5 size reed. I usually like to play on a 3 for a concert setting because this is just a little too brash and a little too loud. But it's what I got, and I'm trying to plow through everybody's parts for them, so we're just going to go with it. All right, from the beginning, let's play. 1, ready. Now, if you notice the measure before 9 in measure 8, I took a breath between 7 and 8 because measure 8 coming into measure 9, that connects. Da, 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 dee. That's you don't want to take a breath in between 8 and 9. That'd be ridiculously dumb. So let's take a breath before that, before measure 8. Dee, da, 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 da. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and start there in measure 8 coming into 9. So go ahead, and if you haven't yet, take your pencil, mark that in. Okay, here we go. 1, ready. Now, I did choose to take the top line. So it says div dot. That means divisi, which means we're going to split into 2 parts. And then in measure 25, it says unis dot. That's unison. And that means we're back on the same note. And that remains that way for the rest of the song. Okay. Let's take a pick up to measure 33, the measure before 33. All right? So measure 32. 1, ready, and. Okay, so a couple things. Do you remember F sharp all the way through here now? So if you need to, take a highlighter and highlight that sharp in measure 33. And if you need to, write them in on the notes. Now, if you look at the way that the slurs are written in measure 32, you have a note, then the next 2 notes are slurred. So you're going to want almost, that's where you would take your breath, is in between those 2 notes, between the first and the second note. Same thing's happening in 34. You want a little bit of a break between the first 2 notes that are slurred across from 33 to 34, and then from into those next 2 notes. Take a breath in between those slurred notes. And then from 35 to 36, we have that tie across the measure, and then a little bit of break into those. So you want to phrase it that way. All right, let's take it again. Measure 32. 1, ready, and... Ooh, let's try that again. 1, ready, and... right, so that's the idea. Make sure if you're getting a sound that you're not very happy with, it could be just that you need to practice more, or it could be that size of the reed, you might need to step it up another half size from where you're at. Okay, so you've got this, you've got the other song, Tears of Arizona, to be practicing. We're not going to be doing Balladeer until the spring, I've decided, and Dreamcatcher will be next, okay? So keep working hard, and while you're working hard, make sure you're having fun. All right, see you in the next class.